Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I have swatches for you from the Seashells Collection from Glam Polish. This collection goes on sale on the 7th, so in the description box below I will link the Glam site, I will link their Instagram page, I will link a page to their stockists. They are an Australian company, they do ship pretty much worldwide, but just in case they don't ship to where you live, I will put the stockists down there as well. So we have 6 polishes to look at today, and let's go ahead and get started. So first we have Hot as Shell, and this is a super bright Barbie pink with a ton of those holographic micro glitter that Glam Polish uses a lot. So here's our first coat of Hot as Shell. This covers really well here on this first coat, especially considering that it's a lighter color. The formula on it is pretty good. It's a little bit on the thicker side, but it's that thickness where it stays right where you put it. It is pretty easy to work with and manage. The micro glitter that are in here do spread out nice and evenly, and you get a ton of it without having to do anything special. This does cover completely in 2 coats for me. This is going to dry down textured, super textured, which is cute for a kind of shelly, beachy collection, but if you don't like that, you will want a glossy top coat, and this is going to be extremely difficult to remove, so a peel-off base coat is highly recommended for these. So there's 2 coats. Up next we have As Sure as Shell, and this is a seafoamy green but leaning blue with those holographic micro glitter. So here is our first coat of As Sure as Shell, and this one is pretty much identical to the last one. It does cover pretty well here on this first coat. It's not completely opaque, so I am going to go in for a second coat. The formula on this is a little bit on the thicker side, but once again it is very easy to manage, not wanting to run or pool. So here is our second coat, and this again covers completely in 2 coats for me. Depending on your application on this one, I could see you maybe needing 3 coats, but I worked in a little bit thicker coats because the formula was thicker, so I did do 2 coats and it was fine. Again, it'll dry textured and be difficult to remove, so there's 2 coats. Up next we have Shell or High Water, and this is a cerulean blue with those holographic micro glitter. So here is our first coat of Shell or High Water. And this one is the same as the previous 2 polishes. Good formula, a little bit on the thicker side, covers pretty well here on this first coat, all of the things that you'd like to hear. So something different is in the bottle for all of these. It looks like it has a nice linear holographic effect. You won't get that on your nail. That linear hollow is made up of all these tiny hollow glitters, so once it's actually on your nail, it's being spread out. And it doesn't give the linear effect, it does give the scattered effect. But this is completely opaque in 2 coats. Again, it's going to dry textured and it's going to be difficult to remove, so peel off base coat is definitely recommended. So there's 2 coats. Up next we have 2 Shell and Back, and this is a lavender with those holographic micro glitter. So here's our first coat of 2 Shell and Back, and I'm repeating myself incessantly, but this has a good formula, a little bit on the thicker side, very easy to manage though, it stays right where you put it. It also covers pretty well here on this first coat. You don't have to work to get those glitter out, you don't have to work to spread them out evenly across the nail either. So this is completely opaque in 2 coats. Again, it's going to dry very textured. If you don't like that finish, you will want a glossy top coat to finish this off. Maybe even 2 coats of a glossy top coat if it's not a thicker glitter eating top coat, and this one is going to be very difficult to remove as well. So there is 2 coats. Next up we have Get the Shell Out, and this is a bright silver with those holographic micro glitter. Here's our first coat of Get the Shell Out. This one's pretty sheer here on this first coat. Again, it's got the same formula though, a little bit on the thicker side, very easy to work with, spreads out nice and evenly across the nail. I do really like the formulas that are on these first 5 polishes. They are very easy to work with in my opinion. So here's our second coat, and this covered completely in 2 coats for me, but I could definitely see needing a 3rd coat. It was right on the edge of needing 3 for me. This one, once again, is going to dry very textured. If you don't like that finish, you will want a glossy top coat to finish this off, and it's going to be very difficult to remove, so I would highly recommend a peel-off base coat. So there is 2 coats. And lastly for today we have What the Shell, and this is a gunmetal gray, and it has those holographic micro glitter as well as black. You know what, I wonder if I can bring you any, nope, I can't bring you in closer. But this has those like black micro glitter and I don't know. There's just something extra in it that the other ones didn't have, but here it is next to Get the Shell Out. That way you can see how much extra is in this polish. So here is our first coat of Wet the Shell. Okay, so obviously this one is different than the previous 5 polishes we've looked at. The formula on this is a little bit thinner. It's also much more sheer on this first coat than the rest of them. This one also, as far as the formula goes, being thinner, isn't difficult to work with. So this one built up completely in 2 coats for me, but for some reason I filmed myself using 3 coats, so maybe I saw something in person that I couldn't see on camera, but I am going to go ahead and show you what 3 coats looks like. Like the last polishes though, this one is going to dry very textured, so you might want 2 coats of a glossy top coat. I do have top coat in all of my photos. I use the Super Chic Marvel Liquid Macro top coat for glitter, and this one is going to be very difficult to remove as well, so there's 3 coats. So my favorite from the collection is What the Shell. Glam regularly does these hollow bases with just the random colored glitters in them, and I think they're beautiful. I can never get enough of them. They have good formulas. This one is no exception, so What the Shell is my favorite. And that is it. Let me know in the comments below what you guys thought of this collection. Let me know if you plan on picking any of them up, and let me know what your favorite was. Give this video a thumbs up if you liked it, subscribe if you'd like to see more from me, and I will talk to you again next time.